Okay, so today we are talking about how to foam roll. So I found this foam roller at TJ Maxx. It was about 10 bucks, so you really don't need to spend too much more than that. I like a nice firm one that makes it a little bit more painful. I like the painful massages or painful foam rolls. If you do not have as high of a pain tolerance, maybe you want a softer one. All right, so my favorite one is quads. So with this one, the foam roller is going to be rolling pretty much on your quads, and you can kind of go in and out. You might want to get a mat to put your elbows on. All right, so while you're doing this, I do want you to kind of maintain a neutral spine position, so don't let your back kind of arch like that. And you're kind of just going to be rolling forward and back. You can kind of twist a little bit if you want to get outer portions of your quad. You can twist in a little bit if you want to get the inner portions of your quad. You could do a little bit of bending movement to get an active stretch while you do this. And that's for your quads. Another good area is your glutes, your piriformis. So this one, you're kind of sitting on it. I forgot to mention before, if you feel some pain or discomfort in a specific area, that means you're on a trigger point. Sorry for the baby screaming in the background. G's right here with me. So if you feel like you're getting a little pain or discomfort in a certain area, that might mean you're on a trigger point, and you might want to just hold it there for a little bit. So here you can kind of be directly on your side, get a little bit of your glute med, a little bit of your glute min. Rolling back, you can get a little bit more glute max, glute min, and down here you can get a little bit piriformis, and then your lower glutes and somewhat of your hamstrings are attached to your ischial tuberosities, and you're just kind of rolling through here. If you feel like an area is kind of dense, that might mean you need to stay there a little bit. So just rolling back and forth. Sometimes you could also do it with a little stretch. This is usually a little bit more painful. And again, just rolling back and forth. So hamstrings, this one requires a little bit more core stability because you have to kind of somewhat hold your legs up, and you're just gonna roll back and forth on here. As you kind of come in, you might have to tighten up your core a little bit. But that's also good because it makes it a little bit of a core exercise. You could lift one leg up, get one in isolation, and calves are a little bit harder. Same thing for here. This one's a little bit more difficult because one of my legs is lifting up and the lever arm is so long. Very good core exercise. And for your back. So some people have a lot of extension in their lower back. Some people don't have as much extension in your lower back. So depending on who you are, doing your lower back may or may not be beneficial for you. If you have a lot of arch in your back, you might not want to do it at the lower portion of your lower back. But where you really might need it is in your upper back. So usually you put your hands behind your head so it'll get your scapulas somewhat out of the way. And you're just gonna back bend over the foam roller. Again, I still feel like it's a good idea to maintain that abdominal engagement as you're bending back because you never wanna just kind of fully extend through your entire spine. I think it's good to have some level of control, and you kind of roll back and forth a little bit to get some soft tissue work. This time it just works on the mobility of your spine. So if you have any questions with foam rolling, please let me know. This is good to do before or after your exercises, but it's best used in conjunction with mobility training, strength training. You can never just do foam rolling in isolation because your tissues will kind of go right back to how they were if you don't kind of move them through their new range of motion. So thanks for watching. See you next time.